Welcome to my channel. My name is Edith from Botswana. I stay in the UK. This is a new channel. I'm going to be doing lifestyle and traveling because I like traveling. I came to UK a while back, and I think now, after being in this country for some time, I think now it's time to go home. This is what I'll be talking about throughout in my channel because uh, I think it's time for people in diaspora to start thinking of going home, really, to Africa, to develop Africa, because really, if we don't develop Africa ourselves, who is going to do it? We have stayed in this country, outside our countries for a long time. If you look at it, you ask yourself, why the only reason that comes to us is the money. And the question is, after being here for some time, and you look back, you think the money you are making here, you could have made it at home, could have made it in Botswana. You just have to know how to make the money, because here really we get money, of course, because when you change a pound into pula, the money becomes better, but there's no social life. The quality of life really here is not as good. And uh, I look at it and I feel like if I can stay here for a long time, my life will be shortened, because the only thing I do here is to stay in the house and go to work in the house, work because of the weather, because there's nothing you can do, because if you don't have social life, you don't, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. You can't visit somebody because you go to someone's house, the person is busy, is going to work and all those things. So my intention is to go back to Botswana and develop my farm and stay in the farm, and hope that if you are in the farm, life will be better. Quality of life will be better, because you won't be stressed. Living in with nature, which is it will be green and you have vegetables. You don't have to pay like a lot of stuff like electricity, water, because if you are in your own farm and you have your own borehole and you are using a solar system, you will not be paying any utility. And you grow your own food, and the food that you are growing will be healthy. So I think life there will be much better than life here. But having said that, of course, I have been here working, and I think other people also have been here working and they made money. Uh, Money will never be enough, of course, but the little you have made, which made you at least to have a house and somewhere to stay back home, and uh, you've developed something for living. Because if you look at life, really it's not only about money. Life is something that you have to celebrate. You have to live life. You don't have to be miserable all the time, because here the only thing, like I said, you ever think of is to go to work, and it's just too much, because you don't go to work, you don't get paid, and you can't pay your bills. So if you stay in this country, especially if you are going to be here for more than like 5 years, then you know that you are at risk of being trapped. Because once you stay here and settle, you start making debts here in this country. Once you have debts, you have to sit here and pay your debts. So I would like to advise people who are coming to this country to plan, to really plan well, and think about home also, not just think, well, I'm going to UKE and I'm going to enjoy myself and have money, because it depends on how you use that money. Like I'm saying, if you are going to use it here, you end up being trapped, because at the same time, you are not developing where you are coming from. You are developing another man's land. And at the end of the day, you are where you don't belong, because it's not everybody in this country who will appreciate you. Few people will appreciate you and what you do here. And it's very painful not to be appreciated when you work. Uh, Unlike at home. At home, when you do your work, you are being appreciated by the people you are providing the services to, and by the people who are your seniors. They will appreciate you at least by saying, well done. But again, even if nobody say well done, and you see that at least you are helping your own people, it is much better than here when you are not, the people that are not your people, and at the same time they don't appreciate you. Actually, sometimes they don't even want you. They want your service, but they don't want you in this country. So I'm just advising our people who are coming to this country to have a focus, to work at home, develop what they want to develop, and go back home. Because once you reach 55 in this country, no, because at that time now you are counting down, you're not counting up. Your life should be more important than making money. Your life should be more important. So the quality of life. So I've been listening to the other YouTubers like Wadumaya in Ghana, talking about life in Africa and people in diaspora, and that has really motivated me to want to go back home. As much as I wanted, since I came here, I've always wanted to go back, and I've always been saying the following year, next year, until I spent more than almost 17 years here. Yet my intention was just to spend 2 years here. So after listening to some of the YouTubers talking about Africa and interviewing people who are going back home and what they have achieved back home than what they achieved when they were in diaspora, that has really motivated me. So I would like to go back home and stay in my little farm and try to live off grid where possible and live better life, because I've been talking to my husband to say what are we doing here, and he agreed with me that really it's better in Africa than here. But anyway, today this was just an introduction to introduce myself and to say I will be updating you, I will be showing you what I am doing back home, why I want to go back home versus staying here. When I go home, I'll be going between Botswana and Ghana, Ghana being my husband's place. So we are going to be going between Ghana and Botswana, but probably staying most of the time in Botswana, because that's where we have stuff to do which can keep us going. Although we are starting also in Ghana to see how we can make a living there, but most of the things we want to do are in Botswana. Therefore, we will be going back and forth those two African countries. I'll be coming here because my daughter is here. I've got two daughters. One stayed in Botswana. She never liked this place. The other one is here. She's married and staying here. So I'll be coming to see my grandchildren, of course, and I will be coming to see friends and going, like I say, forth and back and forth to see them. So I hope you will subscribe for my channel because it's a new channel. Please subscribe and like and follow me and press the notification bell because you will get more of my videos. Okay, bye for now.